Welcome, everybody, to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
And I'm Andrew Thomas. For this episode, me and Jacob will be discussing who we think should win the NBA awards.
All right, let's get right into it. As the NBA regular season is coming to an end, who do you think is your winner for the MVP this year, Andrew?
It's pretty obvious. My pick is Giannis from the Bucks. He's one of the best scorers. He's one of the best rebounders. He's 6'11". He does it all. The Bucks are first in the East. He's doing what he did last year when he won MVP, and I don't think anybody is as good as him this season. That's my point of view on it. Like LeBron comes in second, but Giannis is pretty far above LeBron in my opinion.
Well, I've been having a very tough time. Right now, I think LeBron's got more of an edge. I think the final 8 games are really going to decide who is going to win the awards. I mean, right now, the Lakers have the harder schedule because they have to play the Nuggets, the Rockets, the Clippers, Thunder, Raptors, and the Jazz. Whereas the Bucks have to play the Celtics, Rockets, Heat, Raptors, and the Mavericks as their hardest teams. But I mean, statistically, LeBron being probably the best playmaker in the league right now, still averaging 25 points, 10 assists on 8 rebounds, a steal, and he is leading his team in the West, which is very hard to do. And compared to Giannis, he has a better offensive rating. It's very slight, but he still has a better offensive rating. And he also has a better defensive rating. And I'm not saying that LeBron is a better defensive player, but he is doing better statistically than Giannis right now.
Okay, well, better defensive rating, yeah, you can forget about that. Well, we're talking. LeBron is the best. He is the best playmaker this year, but Giannis is all right. Statistics: Giannis is better in points per game. He's better in rebounds per game. Although I will say LeBron's 8 rebounds is still pretty good. Stats wise, Giannis is better on the defensive, like again scoring. He's shooting better from the field goal percentage, and
LeBron has better steals, by the way. Just pointing it out.
okay, but that's Giannis is playing power forward. LeBron's playing small forward.
Exactly.
LeBron's on the perimeter. Giannis is more in the paint. Giannis is also averaging about a block. So.
Okay, that's only 0.5 more than LeBron. I think LeBron's offense.
LeBron is averaging a puny 0.4 blocks?
0.5.
0.5.
Ooh, Giannis has 1 block, 0.5 more blocks than LeBron. That's nothing.
He is my pick for Defensive Player of the Year. He's one of the best defenders in the league.
What?
That puts him over the edge.
Not even close. First of all, we're going to get into Defensive Player of the Year, but no, Giannis is not the Defensive Player of the Year. And I think right now, LeBron's offense is just so great, especially the impact he has on the Lakers is just insane. Whenever he's not playing, they lose. They do terrible without him. I'm not saying that when LeBron is not playing, when he's off the court, the Lakers do not do well. Or when he's not playing a game, they do not do well.
Well, that's true, but we're also talking about the most valuable player to a team. That's also a big factor.
Exactly.
If Giannis is not on the Bucks are a low. I'm thinking that they're below the 7th seed, something like that.
You think the Lakers are higher than that? You think they're going to stay at top 5?
Oh, they're going to win. They have Anthony Davis, who is a top 5 player in the NBA.
I'm not giving shade to Anthony Davis, but still, I mean, I think LeBron's impact on the Lakers is so much better than Giannis's impact on the Bucks.
I disagree with you highly.
Let's move on that.
Yeah.
Let's go to Rookie of the Year. My pick for Rookie of the Year, I got Ja Morant.
I also got Ja Morant.
I mean, I know people want Zion to win, but Ja Morant's played 60 games. Zion's played 20.
You can't give Rookie of the Year to someone that's only played 20 games.
Exactly. Ja Morant's averaged 17.6 points, 6.9 assists, 3.5 rebounds. He's leading the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies made only a couple changes, And one of the biggest changes they've had was getting John Morant in the draft. And he's helped improve them from being one of the worst teams in the league last year to being a playoff contender this year, which is just incredible, especially his rookie year.
Yeah, John Morant is a fantastic player, and he almost ended some players' careers. So with those posters and stuff, that was awesome.
Yep.
I love and he's also very entertaining to watch.
Yeah. All
right. So we're gonna move on to Sixth Man of the Year. Mine is Montrezl Harrell. There's only one other player that I would put, actually two other players I'd put for Sixth Man of the Year. That's Dennis Schroeder and Lou Williams. Montrezl Harrell is the better sixth man over Lou Will on the Clippers, and I think Lou Williams is better than Dennis Schroeder. That's why I have Montrezl Harrell.
I don't think Montrezl Harrell is better than Dennis Schroeder. I think Dennis Schroeder is better and is going to win Sixth Man of the Year. Dennis Schroeder is one of the biggest factors in the Thunder's success, along with obviously Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Paul, Danilo Gallinari, but Montrezl Harrell doesn't have such a big impact on their team. I mean, they obviously have Kawhi, they got Paul George, they got Patrick Beverley, but Dennis Schroeder, he's averaging 19 points, 4 assists, almost 4 rebounds. His shooting is great. His defense is pretty good. I mean, I think he's the clear winner right now.
Well, you said Schroeder was averaging 19 points?
Yes.
Trez is almost averaging 19 points, 18.6.
Mm-hmm.
He's averaging a block, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and the Clippers, they do well when Kawhi and Paul George leave the floor. They do well because Montrez and Lou Williams, they're doing great, but like I said, I think that Trez Harrell is better than Lou Williams. The Clippers do really well. They have top 3 best depth in the NBA. And
the Clippers are a great team, but as a player, I'd rather have Dennis Schroeder on my team than Montrezl Harrell.
But the depth speaks for itself.
It's not
the award. The Clippers' depth.
No, but the award doesn't go to a team. It goes to a certain player.
Oh, yes.
As a player,
Montrezl Harrell is leading.
Let me speak. As a player, Dennis Schroeder is playing better than Montrezl Harrell. He's a better playmaker. He's a better shooter. He's a better leader.
He's a better playmaker and shooter. Montrezl Harrell plays the center position.
Okay, still, he's a better scorer.
All right, but are you gonna tell? So basically, you're gonna take. So let's compare this to the MVP conversation.
Okay.
Luka Doncic is probably top 5 in the race,
mm-hmm.
or top 3. I honestly don't know, but
okay.
You're basically telling me that you're gonna kind of take Luka Doncic, who has a better overall stats than Giannis.
You cannot compare Dennis Schroeder to Luka and Montrezl Harrell to Giannis.
No. But you're basically comparing a player that is better overall game to a better winner.
No. Yeah, better winner. I mean, obviously, Montrezl Harrell's team is winning more than the Thunder, but the Thunder were projected to not even make the playoffs. They were projected to be a
lot. And who changed that?
Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, and who was one of the top 3 players that helped him? Dennis Schroeder. I think besides Chris Paul was the number 1 factor. The second factor was Dennis Schroeder.
Over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
Yes.
Oh
I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but Dennis Schroeder is amazing. He's having a career high in everything, in every single stat. And I just think it's great. All right, let's move on.
Most improved player.
Most improved player. I have Bam Adebayo. He's averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists, 10 rebounds, a steal and a block. He did incredible. His increase in points, assists, rebounds, on defense, everything. He increased 7 points per game. He increased 3 rebounds, almost 3 assists. And right now he's going up he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, which going from having a mediocre season to being an all-star and a DPOY candidate is amazing.
Yeah, I have Bam. I can't add much more to that. I basically would have said everything that you were going to say. I agree on everything you said. It's all
All right.
statistical, and he's the best. He's improved the most out of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Let's head on.
him and Jimmy Butler are leading the Heat. They're doing great.
Yeah,
All right,
head on
let's go to
to defensive player of the year. I know that you think it's Anthony Davis. I think it's Giannis.
all right. So let's hear what you got about Giannis. Let's
All
hear
right.
it.
I'm saying Giannis because the Bucks are the best defensive team. They have the highest defensive rating, and Giannis is the best defender on that team, without question. He's averaging a steal on the block. Not great statistics, but his defensive rating is great. He has a lot of defensive rebounds, and if I'm doing a team of all defense on the power forward position, I love Anthony Davis. He's definitely second for me, but I think that this season is Giannis.
Okay. You keep referring to each award like it's given to a team. Like with Sixth Man of the Year, you were referring to, oh, the Clippers are a better team than the Thunder, and the Bucks being a better defensive team than the Lakers. Okay, the Bucks may be a better defensive team, but as a player, Anthony Davis is a better defensive player than Giannis. Anthony Davis has better blocks. He's averaging 2.4 blocks over Giannis's 1 block. He's also averaging 1.5 steals over Giannis's 1 steal. Anthony Davis's defensive rating is 105.6, where Giannis's is 96.5. So
Yeah, it's lower.
you were talking about his defense.
Giannis is lower.
Yeah, but
Do you know what defensive rating is?
Yes.
96 is better than 105.
Yes, but Anthony Davis on paper, 2.4 blocks, 1.5 steals. That's better than 1-on-1.
But defensive rating is the most important defensive stat. Giannis has one of the best in the league. Anthony Davis has 9 higher.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Anthony Davis is a bad. I'm not saying that Giannis is a bad defender. I think he's second best. He's top 3 in defensive player of the year. But Anthony Davis has helped the Lakers defense tremendously this year, and not just this year. Every single year he's been in the league, he's helped them tremendously.
All right, but if you think I think that 96 is better than 105. In fact, I know 96 is better than 105.
Okay, but that's one stat. You want to look at one stat.
But that's big in the stat. That's 96 to 105. That's 9.
Okay, so let's look at 2 stats. 2.4 steals over 1 steal, 1.5 blocks over 1 blocks. If you want to look at one stat, let's look at 2. And you know what? Let's look at something else. You want to talk about his Giannis's defensive rebounds. Giannis
has like 10, around 10.
Hold on. He has 11 defensive rebounds.
Anthony Davis
has,
let's see.
You're right about that.
7.1.
That doesn't give the fact that Anthony Davis is the leader in DPOY. And there's nothing else that can change that. Okay.
Right,
do you think that in the next 8 games that are going to be played for each team, that it will change your mind for either DPOY or MVP with LeBron and Anthony Davis? Do you think that they will be able to change your mind?
You're not changing my mind on MVP. Of course, you can change my mind on Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay. And as we wrap up, let's go to the final award, Coach of the Year. I'm giving it to Mike Budenholzer. Probably going to finish with the best regular season record with the Bucks. He's done incredible things with the Bucks, helped leading them, and he's doing great. Who do you have for Coach of the Year?
I have Nick Nurse. I won't argue with you if you choose Mike Budenholzer, but I I pick Nick Nurse because they lost Kawhi Leonard, who is the third best player in the NBA, in my opinion. And if you lose somebody that great, you're expected to be so much worse. But the Raptors is the second in the Eastern Conference in wins. Pascal Siakam has stepped up. Nick Nurse is helping everybody. And not only that, this is very underrated. I can't really say that because Marc Gasol was in the playoffs, but Marc Gasol is getting old, and he's definitely not as good. Nick Nurse is coaching everyone to help them step up their game. And, Budenholzer's great, but I pick Nick Nurse.
Yeah, I think Nick Nurse is a great coach. I agree with you on everything he's doing with the Raptors. I still have my pick with Mike Budenholzer because I think he's whoever has the best regular season, whoever the coach of that team is, deserves the win.
Right.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Feel free to comment who you think should win each award. We'll be looking at your comments. I can't wait for that.
See you guys next time.